Young and restless Sharon experienced a body blow of raw terror when she learned that the dastardly Cameron Kirsten had kidnapped her daughter Faith, and what happens next promises to be the height of drama. While the outcome may appear to be fairly predictable, it may not be as cut and dry as some are anticipating. After all, the climax needs to drive story moving forward, right? Cameron is the shiftiest of soap villains and as such, found a way to prevent Faith from getting to the airport, despite her having a police escort. Between the appallingly bad investigation surrounding Phyllis's death, and now this, we don't have much good to say about the Geno City Police Department these days, but that's another story. At least Chance was able to make a call to the airport and find out that Faith had not made her flight. He seemed as mystified as Sharon was devastated. Somehow, Kirsten had interfered with the police escort, since his phone was going to voicemail just like Faith's. Given how diabolical and depraved the villain is, Sharon's abject terror is right on the money, and her desperation to track down Faith and Cameron is bound to create a frenzy. Indeed, if the police fail to come up with a lead, which is a good bet, we'd expect Nick, at the very least, to set out to find the perpetrator and his daughter on his own. Looking ahead into Young and Restless spoilers, we can see that Sharon will be thrust into an impossible position when Cameron backs her into a corner. We're gonna go ahead and assume that this is where he'll threaten Faith's life if Sharon doesn't agree to be with him, because as we all well know, mind games aside, that's his sole objective here. Indeed, as previewed in SOD, Sharon will receive a text message containing a photo of Faith, bound and gagged, along with instructions telling Sharon where to meet and to come alone. It's a given that Sharon will be willing to sacrifice herself for her daughter, but in the end, it may not happen in the way one would assume. It's not going to be a simple case of Sharon handing herself over to Cameron in exchange for Faith's freedom. Why? Because the ever-protective Nick is going to get involved. Young and Restless spoilers indicate that Sharon and Nick both will face off with Cameron on Friday's episode. It's set to be a dangerous and dramatic showdown, and knowing that Lyndon Ashby has already wrapped his return run, it's safe to say that Kirsten could wind up dead. How then will his death drive story moving forward? If Faith kills the Cameron as he's battling her parents and Sharon decides to take the rap for her daughter in order to spare her child from possibly going to prison. This is a soap twist we've seen many times before. Remember Ashley and Abby, and one that would keep the drama going once Cameron has left the canvas. It would pull in Chance, who would be conflicted about having to charge the woman he had a growing interest in romantically, although they haven't been playing that, and keep Nick focused on his ex and not Sally, leading to possible problems in that relationship. Do you think Sharon or Faith will kill Cameron during the climactic confrontation with the big bad? Or will something entirely different go down? Let us know in the comment section.